Hi everyone. So today we're going to be looking at central angles and inscribed angles and what kind of properties they have and the arcs that intercept them. So the first thing we're going to be reminded of is something from our first lesson, lesson 1, is what is a minor, major, and semicircle, those types of arcs. So an example of a minor arc is an arc that is somewhere between 0 degrees and 180 degrees. So anything less than half a circle, because half of a circle is 180. So an example of that would be arc AB right here. And you can see that we have a central angle that's 85 degrees. If you have a central angle, the arc has the exact same measure as that central angle. So this arc is also 85 degrees. Okay. Now a major arc would be anyone that is between 180 degrees and 360. Now remember, 360 is the entire circle. So it's somewhere more than half the circle, but less than a full circle. So an example of that would be ADB. Okay. And if we want to know what the measure of that is, we know that this arc AB, we had already found out was 85 degrees because it's the same as the central angle here. And we would just take 360, the full circle, and minus 85. You can use your calculator if you need to. 360 minus 85 degrees is 275. And a semicircle is exactly half. So it's exactly 180 degrees. So an example of a semicircle would be DAB. That whole arc is 180 degrees. It's exactly half. So to recap, a full circle is 360. Half of a circle is 180. Minor arcs are less than half a circle. And major arcs are more than half a circle. Somewhere between 180 degrees and 360 degrees. So let's look here at a little bit of a puzzle. Some angles are given to us and some of them are not. Okay, so we're going to look at the M stands for measure. It's asking for the measure of arc KL. So if I want to find the measure of arc KL, then I need to know this angle right here. Now remember, half of a circle is 180. So I already know that this arc is 40 because this angle is 40. This arc is 25 because this angle is 25. And remember, half of the circle is 180. So from K all the way to N, that's half of a circle. So we just need to do 180 minus 40 minus 25. 180, take away the 40-degree angle, take away the 25-degree angle, leaving us with 115. Labeling it on the picture really does help, guys, because then you can see each of the angles. And remember, if we know the arc, we also know the angles the same. Central angles like this are equal to the arcs that go with them. Now, this angle right here is a vertical angle with the 25 degrees. Vertical angles are equal. So this angle is 25. And remember, its arc is 25. So KJ is 25. Now JN is all that's left. Remember, from K all the way to N is half a circle, so we just need to do 180, half of a circle, minus 25. So 180 minus 25, 155. And the angle would also be 155. And remember, a good way to check is that all of the arcs should add up to 360, a full circle. So let's find what they've asked for. We already found two of them. JN is this one, 155. Now let's do the next one. JKL, JKL. That's this whole thing, so you have to add the two that are there together. So you're adding 115 plus 25, which is 140. Next one, LJN, L, and you need to follow it in that order around the circle, JN. Wow, it's a lot. So 115 plus 25, we already know is 140, plus 155, so that's 295. And the last one, LNJ. LNJ. So a similar process, you're going to add them up and see what you get. So we've got 40 plus 25 is 65. 65 plus 155. 65 plus 155. So the total of this big arc is 220. Remember, major arcs should be large. They should be more than 180 degrees. So what I'm going to do is I'd like you to try this one all on your own. First, state in this column whether it's a major, minor, or a semicircle. And then what is the actual measure of that arc? So take a moment to fill these in, pause your recording, and then when you unpause it, you can check your work. Okay, guys, first check to see that you've identified the arcs correctly. Minor, major, semicircle, and the last one was minor. Remember, 2 letters means a minor arc. I don't even have to look at the picture to know it's going to be a minor arc. I also noticed that this angle must be 100. Okay, so 80 plus 100 is 180 because it's half the circle. So now we're going to identify the arcs that are given. TQ, which is this minor arc, is 80 degrees. Because remember, if you know the central angle, then you know the arc that goes with it is also 80 degrees. The next major arc is arc QRT. QRT. You can add them all up, 60 plus 80 plus 60 plus 100 plus 80, or you can just do 360 minus the angle that's not included, the arc that's not included. So 100 plus 80 is 180, plus 60 is 240. It is a really big arc. It should be big. Semicircle, I don't even need to look at it because semicircles, half a circle is always 180. A full circle is 360 and half is always 180. A minor arc, QS, it's still a minor arc, guys. Even though it looks kind of big, it's less than half a circle, so it is minor, and we just need to add 100 plus 60 to get 160. Check your work, see that you got it correct, and I've got 2 more for you to try. These ones I want you to completely try on your own, and pause it, work on it, and then when you unpause, you'll see the answers, so you can check your work. Hey, welcome back. Check your work to see that your angles are correct. There was a small error on letter C on number 11 because the middle letter should have been T because it was a central angle, YTX. I was talking about this angle right here, which is 68. One thing to remember, guys, that there are vertical angles. If you've forgotten what a vertical angle is, remember it is basically when 2 lines intersect, its angles that are opposite each other are equal. That's why this angle is 68 and this angle is 68, because we have 2 lines intersecting each other, creating vertical angles. And that's why these 2 angles are both 55, because opposite angles are equal. And this one, it didn't look like there were enough angles, but remember, if this arc is 80, then this angle is also 80. Check your work, guys, and try and look to see if you did get any wrong, why you got them incorrect. If you're not sure, ask your teacher. The last thing we're going to look at in lesson 2 is what does it mean to be an inscribed angle? Okay. So to be an inscribed angle, Remember, the vertex, which is B, has to be on the triangle, or on the circle, not at the center. So ABC is the angle we're looking at here, and it says that that angle is half of the measure of the arc, which is right here. It is AC. So if this arc was, let's say, 80 degrees, then this angle would be half. We take half of the arc. So half of arc AC, which is 80 degrees, and half of 80 would be 40. The angle would be half of its arc. So we have a few more examples here, and then I'm going to let you try the last one on your own. So the arc is 120, and we're going to take half of it, which really just means dividing by 2. So half of 120 is 60. So that angle is 60 degrees. Same thing with this one. If I want that angle, angle B, I need to take half of 60, which is 30. So this angle is 30 degrees. Now, what happens if it's the reverse? This time, instead of doing like we did in the last ones where we took half because we were given the arc, this time we're given the angle. Think about what the opposite of taking half is. You're doubling. The opposite of dividing by 2 would be to multiply by 2. So if my angle is 35 degrees, instead of dividing by 2, I am multiplying it by 2. So the arc is 70 degrees. Arc DF is 70 degrees. Okay, so unlike the central angle, where the angle and the arc are equal to each other, with an inscribed angle, the arc is double what the angle is. The angle is half of the arc. Go ahead and work on the assignment a little bit, and if you have any questions, make sure to let your teacher know. Have a great day, guys.